You can get suya anytime, as early as 9 a.m. But here in the West, I was like, eh? Some of you, when you hear, oh, northern Nigeria, the first thing that comes to your mind is they're killing people are running from their life, or everybody's carrying their load on their head and they're running every minute. But when people in the north want to terrorize you, they win. You need to get your facts straight. You need to check your facts. Check your facts. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time on this channel, you are welcome. My name is UNFORGETTABLE and I am a makeup artist and a content creator. If this is not your first time, thank you for sticking around. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Alright, let's get right into this video. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you cultural shocks I had moving from the north to the western part of Nigeria. So if you don't know this already, I lived basically almost all my life in the north, specifically Kano, Nigeria, and then schooling brought me down to the western part, which is Ibadan. So one of the cultural shocks I had was the bus stops. In Kano State, the major means of transportation is keke napep, which is also known as tricycles. These tricycles are expected to take at least 3 passengers and they are expected to stop you in front of your destination, which was a norm, unless if you have a disagreement and they decide to stop you at the junction of where you're going to, but they are expected to stop you in front of your destination. So now coming down to the west, Ibadan, the major means of transportation was these small cars they call mikra, sometimes buses and mostly bikes. The mikras take 5 passengers, 2 in front, 3 at the back, and they are expected to stop you at different bus stops and not necessarily in front of your destination. Sometimes those bus stops can be far from where you're actually going and you still have to, take a bike and go to where you are supposed to be. So there are some places that these mikras are not supposed to enter unless you want to take a drop, which means you're chartering the mikra, then they take you in front of your destination. That's why the cost of transportation here in the west is way higher than in the north. So that was a cultural shock for me. So another interesting cultural shock I had was the suya. Yeah, suya is like this barbecue meat in the north, Kano State precisely. You can get suya anytime, as early as 9 a.m. you can see suya to eat. So 9 a.m, 10 a.m, down to 9, sometimes they close to like 11, and you get suya to eat. But down in the west, you can't find suya open during the day. You see them open mostly at night. In fact, from 7 p.m. they open. Night is part of the ingredients. So the next cultural shock was the keke napeps in the north. I forgot to mention, here in the west, they also have keke napeps, which is the tricycle. The tricycles do not go to as much places as the mikra and the bikes would go to. Back then in the north, it was like a taboo for you to sit in front of tricycle with the driver, especially if the driver is a Muslim, and the north is actually dominated by more Muslims than Christians. So if the driver of the tricycle is a Muslim and you are a lady, especially if you are if you're a Muslim lady, a Christian lady, most times if you're a Christian lady, it's almost like a taboo for you to sit together with the driver in front, so you have to sit at the back. Here in Ibadan is like a norm. So the same amount the person at the back pays is the same amount you pay while you sit in front with the driver. So like that's the sitting arrangement. Sometimes they even take 2 people. Sometimes that's like if it's a rare situation. And before I forget, sometimes in the north, when you actually sit with the driver in front, you're not more expected to pay as much as whoever is sitting at the back, because they feel like, oh, you're not sitting uncomfortable, so they don't expect you to pay as much. But here in the west, the same money people are paying at the back, the same money someone that is sitting in front is also paid, especially if they are going to the same destination, which was a shock, a huge shock to me. Another cultural shock is that people in the west actually charge for almost anything. They collect money for the slightest things. If they want to give you a direction, especially if it's a talk or an agberu, they want to collect money from you, which was a bit weird because I was not used to that where I was coming from in the north. I had an experience where I was coming from the airport to my school. When I got to the park, because there was no connecting flight from Lagos to Ibadan, so you have to stop at Lagos and then drive down to Ibadan. So while I was in Lagos, I wasn't used to the environment and I needed someone to direct me to where I can get a bus to Ibadan. And this guy was trying to direct me, okay, come to this side, and he showed me where I should go, blah blah blah. And I was thinking, oh, this guy is so kind, showing me where to go. And after he directed me and showed me where I was going, at that point, in fact, note, I did not have any idea that I was supposed to, give him something to thank him. I just feel like, oh, if I thank him so much and everything that, he will appreciate, and everyone goes their separate ways. But like, after he showed me where I was to go to get the bus, and then he was like, where's my money? I was like, eh? Like, I was so confused because I was like, am I supposed to pay you? And he was like, so I'll just show you this place for free like that. He was like, give me money, Joe, and stuff. I was like, I had to give him money. I think I paid him like 500. I can't really remember, but I know I paid for that service. The expectation was less over there than in the West. Another cultural shock I had here is the food stuff is expensive. These are the same brands of food that is being sold here and there, but like, it's actually expensive here. Like, if I'm buying something in the north for 300 naira, I come down here and buying it for 500 naira. And I'm like, how? Especially food stuff. If you've lived in the north and the west, or you've traveled there, you can leave a comment in the comment section. So the next cultural shock is on Fridays. Like I said earlier, the north is more dominated by Muslims. So Fridays is like a sacred day where they go to the mosque to pray. In the north, wherever the mosque is located, most of the time, the roads are blocked because everybody's literally walking on the road. So you see everywhere so full, and it can be blocked for maybe 30 minutes, an hour. Either they'll block the road completely or there will be traffic. You don't really see people like walking fully on the road and blocking cars and everything like you see over there in the north. Some of you, when you hear, oh, northern Nigeria, you hear Kano State, you hear Kaduna or other northern places, the first thing that comes to your mind is they're killing people are running from their life, or everybody's carrying their load on their head and they're running every minute. It doesn't work that way. When people in the north want to terrorize you, they will. But it's actually more peaceful than you think. There are just some times and seasons where you know that, at this particular time, I need to be careful. Times like election, you know that you have to be careful because people can get very violent. You need to get your facts straight. You need to check your facts. Another cultural shock is that there are more Igbos in the north than most of you think. There's even a market in Kano State called Igbo Road by Market. I don't have any specific statistics to back it up, but I know that there are more Igbos in that market. Okay. Before I came to the West, I've been seeing a whole lot of videos on how the Yoruba people eat respect for breakfast and dinner. Until I schooled here, there are just some things that I was like, I did not expect that it should be a problem, but it was a problem. Let's say everybody saw that there was an elderly person that was supposed to enter the bus, and let's say you were faster than the elderly person, you sat on the bus. The driver expects you to calm down and allow the person to actually sit and not you. And I'm like, we are both struggling with this bus thing together. The way they regard the elderly people here is way more than them. I can greet an elderly person there, like, oh, good afternoon. But like here, they expect you to make a lot of gestures to greet you. I wasn't used to all those kind of stuff. There are just a whole lot of stories behind that I can't really think at the top of my head right now. If you agree with some of these things, please leave a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to see what you guys have to say about this. So that's kind of everything I can think about right now. If there's anything I missed out, please leave it in the comments section below. I want to see what you guys have to say about this. And yeah, if you have anything to add, any correction, whatever it is, leave it in the comment section below. And yeah, I'll be going through the comments. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate the support so far on this channel. God bless you all so much from the bottom of my heart. I'm so grateful. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you've watched it this far, don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, click on the notification button to get notified whenever I post a video. I post every Fridays, so yeah, click on the notification button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.